Yeah, it's going to be hard to focus for me,
Yeah, it
too.
is.
Wow.
Here we go.
Right here.
Got it? Yep, he's got it. All right. There we go. All right, Cole is in place. Everybody ready? And here we go. And I will zoom in Cole as well, too. Welcome to Sports Talk, the pre-party right here on Talk 104, not to be KCT. And you're watching us on Facebook Live is right now, too. And that graphic on there is correct. Greenwood Ford is back with us, Cole. So it's great to have Troy back on board. And they're here for the long haul. They wanted to see how we did for this time period, and we've done pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, and how fitting. We have both Greenwood baseball and softball in here. So I guess inadvertent advertisement right there for Greenwood Ford. Go to Greenwood while you're at it.
I would say so. I would definitely say so. That is for sure. So, we mentioned it before. Let's bring him on. The Greenwood Lady Gators softball team. Head coach Rod Bush is here, all of his players. Good evening, Coach.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you got one more from, can you hear you? Got one more from Mike, Coach.
Good afternoon.
There you go. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great, thanks.
All right. Talk about who you brought on the show with us today.
Okay, so today we've got our 4 seniors with us. I've been with this program for 4 years, so all 4 of these were in the program as freshmen my first year. So starting the furthest from me is Miss Caydence Wolfe, plays third base for us. Next is Kate Rippy, starts at first. Then we have Miss Cali Huff, starting center fielder. Then here next to me is Elsie Kirby, our starting left fielder.
All right. Good deal.
All right, Coach, question for you. You know, the season's rounding down. District tournament's starting next week. Where do you evaluate your team after the regular season? You got one more game left, but majority it's over.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of a slow start this year, I would say. The last 2 years, we've peaked really early, been strong early, and actually we've made the region all 3 years. We won it 3 years ago, but the last 2 years we hadn't made it to the championship game. So like I said, we peaked a little early the last 2 years. This year's been a little different for us. We had a little bit of a slower start, I would say, but I believe we're peaking at the right time. Our last 7 games, for example, as a team, we've hit over, have an average of over 500 for the last 7 games. So we're hitting it pretty well. Defense is strong, and we're looking pretty good in the circle. So I'm tickled to death where we're at right now.
Wow, players, when you hear that, you're hitting over 500 the past 7 games. What's been the secret behind doing that?
And then there was silence.
Yeah, then there was silence, yeah.
I think the whole team worked really hard this winter and just focused on the process, and we've been doing that throughout the season, and I just think that has really pushed us to be where we are going very strong into this postseason.
I agree. I think seeing where we were at in the beginning of the season and looking at footage of our old at-bats and just seeing what we did and what didn't go good and focusing on what we needed to fix in our swings and just keep working at it to put it all together. And I think it's showing up and working for all of us right now.
I think our mindset is right. We've gone over it time and time after again, and we've been told the same thing from the start of the season till now, and I think it's finally clicking with every single girl on the roster.
So for the players, batting over 500 in these past 7 games, was there a clear point where you're like, okay, we're turning a corner, we're playing really good softball right now? Was there a specific game or a moment maybe?
Personally, to me, I feel like no, there wasn't a certain moment. I think it just something that happened over time, progressively for all of us. We weren't worried about that in the moment, I feel like.
What about for you, Coach? I mean, you said that you guys are peaking right now, or playing your best softball right now.
Yeah, I would say just staying the course. We had probably a little come to Jesus meeting at the end of spring break, and we were underachieving, and I think all of them realized that we were underachieving, and we talked about the whys, and then we got into some detail and broke down the swings and watched each one of them and worked on certain things with each individual swing. And not to Kate's point, not really thinking about a single moment, but thinking about staying in the process and just being in that process when at the moment and not making it too big, just being where your feet are.
Well, Coach, you mentioned those 7 games as well, too. The pitching's been great, too. What's been the difference between these past 7 games as far as the other 20 you played or 25 you played before that?
Yeah, so I would say that the pitching has been a little bit more consistent this year than the hitting. We are young in the circle this year, and I think we continue to get more experienced, more knowledgeable each and every game. We give quite a bit of feedback, I would say, as a coaching staff. When players are new in the program and basically just the way things are today, sometimes those are over internalized. But I think this team is matured and understands that it's just it's feedback and it's constructive feedback, and we're all on the same page with the same goals.
So for the players, now that you're through the ups and downs of the year, you're where you want to be right now. 9-2 in the region, very, very, very good mark right there. Where do you see yourself? And I'm sure you guys hope you're going to have a nice long region tournament run.
Yeah. So, there's some strong teams in the region. 4th region's strong. There's some great players in the 4th region. Of course, crosstown, South Warren is, they're a very strong team. We have Friday, we're playing Mercy Academy. We haven't played them since the state tournament when these young ladies here with us were freshmen. We went extra innings in that game. We advanced out of that game. They're ranked 2nd in the state currently. I think that's a good test for us, kind of show us exactly where we're at. But we want to play a strong team going into the region. We want to stay on the gas in the region, and we got to be playing our best ball. But our goal is to come out on top this year.
For you 4 seniors, this is your last year together. So just talk about the 4 or 5 or however long you play in at Greenwood, you 4 together. For the players, yeah.
So I've played with these 4 girls since middle school. Some of them before middle school. And I think that honestly just having the friendship behind the sport is really important, because you have people that will pick you up after a bad play, and you have people that will just have your back no matter what happens, celebrate the good, celebrate the bad with you, pick you up when you need it. And I think these girls are what makes the game so much more worth it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely makes the game itself as a whole a lot more fun and enjoyable, because failure is a big part of it. You're not going to have a perfect game every time. Mistakes happen, and just having people that are there for you is definitely a highlight of this. And these 4 definitely, or 3 definitely make that happen.
Yeah, just to just have teammates that always have your back and pick you up and are always positive. It's very nice to have. And when I've been with them since middle school, and just to come out there and have them make me feel welcomed, and just to know that there's teammates or friends out there that actually care for me the way that they do, it's really nice.
Yeah, I love my teammates. They're really great. And just having them in my corner these past, 6 or 7 years has been really great.
It's a long time.
And it is a long time. And just, if I get nothing else from softball, I got them, and that's all I need. It's really great.
So, Coach, you guys are the 2 seed in the 14th District Tournament coming up next week. You got Bowling Green, basically with a trip to region on the line. Preview that matchup a little bit. You guys won both of those in the regular season.
Yeah, so Bowling Green is a good team. They're a strong team. We have to be on our best game. When we show up to that game, we can't be waiting. We've done that some this year. Just don't show up like we should. Don't have the right mindset coming in. We're definitely going to have the right mindset and try to take it to them right out of the gate.
You talk about the 4 seniors on your team, Coach. What the rest of your roster and your starters? You have some juniors, a strong sophomore class, or?
Yeah, so, I'd have to kind of go around the infield
That's
and
fine.
outfield, think about it. But behind the plate, we have Macy Murray. She's a junior. She has started behind the plate for us since I've been there. She started for us as an 8th grader. She actually walked it off at state with Mercy Academy with a home run as an 8th grader. She's grown a whole lot as a player, maturity-wise. She actually leads us in average right now. Probably several of us, I think, have 8 or 9 home runs. She's right there in the mix. But she commands the game from behind the plate, does a great job, works well with her pitchers. Go to the pitching staff. We have Anna Rose Martin, the lefty. She's a sophomore. Been in the program, probably since the 6th grade. But she just continues to get stronger every game. Just from the experience and knowing what we're trying to do in certain situations and how we're trying to pitch certain players in certain situations. She's grown a lot this year in that regard. Our other pitcher, sophomore pitcher, Rayleigh Potter, she's doing an awesome job. She keeps hitters off balance really well. Rayleigh's been injured some this year, but we have her back, and we're proud to have her back in the circle there with us. Of course, Caydence holds it down at third. Then we have Molly Spidell at shortstop. She's a 4-year starter for me. She's a sophomore. She was starting mid-season in her 7th grade year, which was my first year there. Molly's hitting the ball really well right now, playing great defense. Then at second base, we have a couple players there. Currently, who's been getting the most of the starts is Lillian Freeman. Julianne Parker was our everyday starter, and she's a multi-sport athlete doing competitive cheer, and she had Worlds in Florida. So Lillian Freeman stepped into the spot while we were missing J.A., and she's held down second pretty nicely, got great range. She's a great athlete. She's also up in the top for the home run lead for us here this year. She leads off for us. Julianne, she's been our designated player as of late, hitting for us. Last Saturday, she had a grand slam against Paducah Tillman. Then we have, of course, Kate Rippy at first base. Then we'll move to the outfield. Starting out there, we have Madeline Allen in right field. I get these mixed up a little bit, but Madeline's a freshman still, right?
Yes.
So Lillian Freeman at second's a freshman. Madeline Allen in right field is a freshman.
Wow.
Last week at E-Town, Madeline had 2 doubles. Now, E-Town's got a good pitcher. 2 years ago, they took us to extra innings 1-1, ended up beating us 2-1. Last year, they came to our place. She's a junior last year, their pitcher, junior last year, and we beat them at home 3-2. This year, we went to them, and we end up running her out of the game in the 4th inning. We won that game 19-1. But
Wow.
Madeline Allen had 2 doubles and 2 home runs in that game. One was a grand slam, I think. Is that correct? Yeah. So Madeline, she's hitting it well. She always hits it well. Probably as good a contact hitter as we have in the program. Then we move over to center field. Of course, Cali Huff. She holds that down, keeps runners at bay there in center field. Then we have Elsie Kirby in left field. In the dugout, we have Taylor Thomas, another pitcher. He's an 8th grader. We have Braylee Collins, who's a junior. She's got the lion's share of our JV pitching starts this year and plays first base as well. We have Camber Morgan, who's a junior, middle infielder, just a great athlete. She's one of the leaders on the JV team this year. Then we have, trying to go by numbers here, Eva Kerr. She hit one out of the park last night. It was her first, wearing the Greenwood uniform, but we're particularly proud of her.
Wow.
For her success last night. She's a utility catcher. She can play anywhere. She's a freshman as well. Then we have Abby Buser. Abby Buser's another freshman. She plays first base. She's expanded her game this year to the outfield, and she's doing an awesome job in the outfield. Hitting the ball well also on that JV team. Did I miss anybody? I think that's got them. I was trying to go by uniform numbers.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's pretty much us. We do have two awesome 8th graders that both have had surgery this year and are out of the game currently, and that's little sister to Elsie, Maggie Kirby, and she's been out for the season with some injury situation and some surgery. Then we have J.C. Carter. J.C. Carter is a phenomenal athlete. She has some really high metrics on exit velo. We actually we miss her at the plate some this year. I feel like she would have got some at bats in some critical situations for us this year. But she's had some surgery and been out. She's back hitting, but I don't think she's going to make it by next week.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
All right, Cali, for you, first off, congratulations. Wanted to talk to you about your signing yesterday, or was it last week?
Yeah.
The other day, one of those days, with USF. Talk to me about, the decision to go to USF and how excited you are to continue your career after Greenwood.
Thank you. It was just a big opportunity for me, and I think the USF staff just giving me the opportunity and just what they saw in me, and just having the opportunity to go to college and go to college like for playing for sports, like doing something that I love. I have to, just show my siblings and the younger kids on the team just that it's possible, and if you work for something, like, you could go do something with it, not just in sports, just anything in life. Like, if you really want something, and you try hard, you can do it. Like, anything's possible.
And to have that ceremony alongside of your brother, how cool was that?
It's amazing. Just it's always been me and Chaz since we were T-ball. I played baseball with him up until 8th grade, and I made the transition to switch over to softball. But it's always been me and Chaz with everything. It's my ride or die for real. It's amazing to just go up there and sign with him, and knowing that we're still going to be playing sports after high school.
Coach, let me ask you about the pitching, because you mentioned 2 pitchers, and for them to step in that role after what Grayson and Caitlin's done over the years for Greenwood, it had to be a monumental step for them to try to follow their footsteps, pretty much, you could say.
Yes. So, Grayson Nealon, Abigail Bird.
I'm sorry, my bad, Abigail.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You don't replace players like that. You just try to fill that void, and you hope that the younger ones evolve into the caliber players those two were. These two, Rayleigh Potter and Anna Rose Martin, are young, and they both amaze me at different times. It gets down to them being young and experience and consistency in what they can learn, as they go and how they develop. But like I said, Rayleigh Potter's been injured some this year, but she's done a great job when she's been healthy. Anna Rose Martin just continues to grow, like I said, every game.
For the players, what sets Greenwood apart? What makes you your own team? What would you say is your defining, I don't know, what makes you different?
I think our team just really wants it. All around, we have a very good work ethic, I feel like, and we also have such good team chemistry. Like, we all get along so well. I mean, we hang out outside of softball all the time, and I just think that really gives us an advantage against some other teams that might not be that way, but yeah.
I agree with what Elsie said. We just have really great chemistry, not just in softball, but outside of softball too. They're my best friends and probably my only friends.
Wow. Okay.
No, we just spend so much time together, and we want to see each other succeed. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
We don't let them have other friends during softball season.
I guess not. Wow.
I would have to agree with the teammate thing. Like, sometimes, like, previous years, we've had, like, not the best chemistry, and, like, it definitely showed on and off the field. Like, and these recent years, as we've gotten older, the team chemistry is just great, and it's a great thing to have. Another thing on top of that is our coaches. Our coaching staff is amazing. Shout out to them. They definitely make us better as a person as well, and that's just a great thing to have, being, like, having an example like Coach Rod there daily teaching us.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to agree with what they said about the teammates. The past couple years, we've had like one or two people that just really haven't fit in with us or didn't really want to try and fit in with us. And I think you could definitely tell as a team that that one person really did affect a team when it came to that kind of stuff. But yeah, this year we like all get along. We're all best friends on and off the field, like they said. And I think you can really tell that that's a big impact on the field.
I have to ask because I've seen some games over the past few years. I've never seen him smile. Does Coach Bush ever smile at all during the game?
Hey, I got a fist bump yesterday in the middle of an inning. So
Did
yeah,
he smile?
Yeah.
He did smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's really focused. Speaking of our coaches, though, they are so great. Like, they put so much time and effort into us, and I don't think we thank them enough. Like, Coach T has the most insane schedule. Like, it's crazy. He works out at 3 a.m. every day. Like, he's crazy. And Brad, he works full time. He just has a new grandbaby. Congrats, Bailey. And our coaches are really great. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of along the same lines, Coach, I want to hear more about your coaching style, your coaching philosophy, outside of, not allowing the girls to have other friends.
Yeah, I was kidding about that. I was trying to bail Cali out a little bit. First thing is if you're going to play this game at a high level, you have to love the game. And, from a coaching perspective, I believe that you have to give yourself permission to fail. And, players are hard on themselves. They want to do everything right, and this is just a game of failure. So, attitude and effort they own, and we believe they have to be committed to what they're doing, and they have to be all out doing it. And if they do those things, they're good. We'll walk out there and dust them off when they fail, and try to learn from it and go to work and correct it so that those failures aren't as frequent or repeatable. And like I said earlier, sometimes it's tough. Kids internalize things too much. We talk about taking the coaching, and I think this group here has has grown a lot, matured a lot, and they take the coaching well, and they know that that what we're trying to do is in their best interest for all of us, for the success and that they're looking for and the goals that they're trying to achieve. So we hold them accountable on a daily basis. We try to have fun. As a coaching staff, I can speak for the whole coaching staff. We love each one of these kids, and we've all been where they are. We've all had kids that are where they are, and through those experiences, we try to pour into it and be the best version of ourselves that we can be for them.
Okay, we got a couple minutes left because I know y'all want to get out of here. That's why you're here early, because you got the JV District 14 tournament taking place tonight. And where's it going to be played at, by the way?
South Warren.
At South Warren. Okay, so you all are Greenwood's number 1 seed, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so put those coaching hats on. Which players got to step up tonight and win that championship game, whether it's either against Bowling Green or South Warren tonight in that JV tournament tonight?
All of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's really one person. I think that they all just have their own special things that they're good at, and I think that if they all just come ready and do what they're best at, they'll all just fit in and come out with a win.
Are y'all going to talk to them, motivate them, fire them up, something?
Oh, for sure. We already have.
But you can
We're
still
ready.
but you can tell them more, though, right?
Oh, yeah. We got this.
We're their biggest fans out there.
They'll hear us in the stands.
Oh, so y'all can't be in the dugout with them? Y'all can't?
Well, we
Yeah, we can.
We could.
So do y'all want to be in the dugout with them?
yeah.
Okay.
I like cheering.
Okay.
Yeah. People always hear Kate when she's cheering.
Okay. And who coaches the JV team, by the way? Who coaches them?
Coach T and all of them, but Coach T and Coach Brad are the main JV coaches.
Okay. So is it going to be like a Gatorade bath celebration when they win it tonight?
Something like that.
Something like that? Okay. Well, hold you to it. All right. Cole, you got anything else, brother, or anything? Or?
I think I'm good. I guess we haven't heard from the players, district next week.
Yeah.
How important is that game? What are your takeaways? You coming off of 2 wins against Bowling Green in the regular season?
I think it's definitely important to not overlook it and know that anything can happen and that you just need to take it one pitch at a time and start from the beginning and play each pitch as its own. And if you make a mistake, to brush it off and come back even harder the next pitch with even more effort and see where it takes you.
We definitely need to have our minds right beforehand and definitely come out there looking to be process focused, one pitch at a time, as we've been doing.
Yeah, just have the right mindset going into the games and use our mistakes as, like motivation and learn from them and just be ready. First pitch, one pitch at a time.
Yeah, I think they all said what I was going to say. They really covered it all.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Good luck in the JV tournament tonight. That's for sure. Tell them good luck. And good luck for y'all the district tournament next week. And hope to see you all at Western coming up on May 25th. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That's Coach Bush and the Greenwood Lady Gators. Join us out here on Sports Talk, the pre-party right here on Talk 104, 93 KCT. Be right back with more of the pre-party right here on Talk 104, 93 KCT, presented by Greenwood Ford. Back more sports talk right here on Talk 104, 93 KCT. The pre-party presented by Greenwood Ford. Great to have them back. Big announcement. Tune into the radio portion of the show at 6 for a big announcement about Greenwood Ford and stuff. And Cole, district baseball tournament begins Sunday the 16th, but Monday for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very excited for the postseason. It's the best of the best against the best of the best. It sets up one of the longest days of the year, the region tournament. I can't say that enough. That is the longest day of the year. Is that Monday?
It's Monday,
Memorial
yes.
Day. But yeah, I can't wait. Do we want to preview some of that?
We can, because we also have some guests coming up, or I think, nope, they're walking in right now. Here they come right now. We can talk about it here for a little bit real quick while they're getting everybody situated in here real quick.
Okay.
We know the 16th is being played at Metcalfe County.
Okay.
We know that Coach Isenberg will sit there. There we go. We know Metcalfe County hosts 16th. We know Warren hosts 15th. South Warren hosts the 14th. And Franklin Simpson hosts the 13th. So those are your district sites for the district tournament. So that's what's coming up beginning on Sunday for the 16th. It's a 5-team district. And then, of course, everybody else starts on Monday. 13th next year adds FCA.
Wow.
Which is going to be crazy.
That would be something.
That'd be something.
That would be something, yeah.
And I'm sure Derek Perdue, the AD at FCA, the Falcons, we'll probably get him in over the summertime and have him talk about what sports they'll participate in and what sports they don't. So here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Our next guest just walked in here, so let's go ahead and bring him on board here. And as I do so here, camera-wise, I think everybody's set up here and ready to go. Here we go. It is the Bowling Green Purples baseball team with head coach Nathan Isenberg. Good evening, Coach. You got pulled right from by you, Coach. Can't hear you.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. All right. Talk about who you brought with you, Coach.
I've got James Yarbrough over here, best catcher in the region. I know I'm a little partial here. Logan Johnson, best pitcher in the region. And Landon Gilbert here sitting beside me, best hitter in the region.
All right, Coach. Well, you've got statistically the best record in the region right now, one of the best records in the state. Just talk a little bit about your season so far.
Well, we've had a great season so far. Started off hot, been very consistent. Right out of the gate, we played some top teams. That first Saturday that we opened up, we had UHA and Owensboro Catholic. I think the following Saturday we had LaRue County. And so we've played several top 25 teams. We've done very well. As you know, the 14th district is loaded. That's no small task. And 4th region is very competitive as well. And so, we've tried, we stressed one day at a time. And I know that's such a cliche, but, it's so true in baseball.
Coach, just talk about you brought these 3 players here with you tonight. Talk about what they've done throughout the season so far.
Well, James has been a warrior behind the plate for us, obviously at the dish too. It's amazing. We have 6 seniors, and they all have done really well. That's what you hope for, to have a season like this. And James missed part of last year with an injury, and so being behind the plate, he takes a beating. He's had to sit a few games, had a concussion, or concussion-like symptoms, I should say, during spring break for a little bit. And he missed a few games, and so your catcher has to be a warrior. Logan over here, he's been our horse, or one of our horses, I should say. We have a great pitching staff, and he's pitched in that one spot, and he's answered the bell every time and done really well. I think, 75 pitch complete performance the other night. Of course, he plays first. We're a little bit of a throwback. I mean, I know you see it with some high school teams, but we don't really have any pitcher-onlys. Pretty much everybody pitches, and we move guys around. And of course, Landon right here, he had a great year last year, and so he's swinging a hot stick.
All right, for the players, want to hear your perspective. How much fun is this year for you guys? Only lost 4 games up to this point. I can only imagine that it's been pretty joyful for y'all.
This year's been a blast. I think we have a really good core group of seniors, and our team's really well bonded, and I've just had a great time playing. It's a joy to be out there every day.
All right, for the players, want to hear your perspective. How much fun is this year for you guys? Only lost 4 games up to this point. I can only imagine that it's been pretty joyful for y'all. This year's been a blast. I think we have a really good core group of seniors, and our team's really well bonded. And I've just had a great time playing. It's a joy to be out there every day.
Yeah, I would say for sure this is my favorite year of baseball at Bowling Green, just because everyone's bought in and know what we want to do and accomplish at the end of the day.
I feel like it's we've had a good time because we've been trying to find the joy in the little things, whether that be going out to eat or, playing hacky sack like before games to loosen up. I feel like that's moments like that is kind of what makes it worth it.
Now, Coach Isenberg mentioned about catchers being warriors behind the plate, and you as a catcher, Cole, as well too. So
yes.
obviously, that's a fact.
That's
Catchers
true.
are warriors, right?
Toughest athletes on the field. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that.
Toughest athlete in the field.
I mean, I'd agree. I think James has got that.
Okay,
James got it.
James got it. Why are you so tough, James?
I do it for my teammates, really. I mean, just everything. Just do it for them. I mean, we, like Logan said, we all have one goal that we need to accomplish, and I'll do anything to get there.
Wow, including concussion, I guess, right?
I'll take a beating.
I'm sorry, concussion like symptoms. I'm sorry to quote that. Make sure you get that right. I'm sorry. Don't want to get him in trouble.
All right, Coach, for you, like I said, you've coming into this season, one of the top teams in the state. Going into the postseason, one of the top teams in the state, ranked pretty much all year long. Is there any pressure that comes along with that? Is that just kind of a non-factual narrative, or is that something that, you guys kind of just, you're good, and you kind of just tune it out?
I don't feel pressure. I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for these guys. But no, I think it's, I mean, they don't strike me as that they're pressured at all. And that's one of the things that we've preached, stay in the moment one day at a time. And it's easier said than done. And, of course, one of the things that I always hate about high school baseball, it's at the end of the school year. You have prom, you have senior this, guys are getting ready for college. Maybe it's a senior trip. And so it's easy to not be so focused. There's a lot of distractions. And, if you go in a long ways in the postseason, you'll be playing when school's out. And it's kind of funny because sometimes I think we play better on school days when we stay in that routine. We've talked about that going into the season. Saturdays and the last few years have kind of been, we've had some stinkers. And Mondays get us sometimes too, but this year we've attacked it, pretty hard, focused on it in the off season, and guys have, answered the bell.
So players with that record you have, and of course, a ranking in the state too as well. Now we're getting the postseason. Big bullseye on you guys. The target is on you all. So how much pressure that it is that everybody's going to bring their best shot at you day in and day out?
Well, I feel like we've seen everybody's best all year, and don't quote me on this, but pressure makes diamonds, so it's what we do.
Wow.
I like that. I do like
Man,
that.
that's a big flourish right there. Holy cow.
Yeah, definitely. I think every game this year we've seen every team's best no matter what. And, being the team we are, I believe that it doesn't matter because we're always going to show up and play.
I think a big deal of it is just seeing each day as a new day and just going out there and trying to get the job done. Just focus on the task that's at hand.
So 14th District Tournament next Monday. You guys got Warren Central round one. This is a tournament you guys haven't made it to the second or to the championship since 23. Haven't won since 21. Is it going to be nice, to get on the field for that tournament for you guys this year?
Well, I will say yes, as the coach. We were so close last year. Mm-hmm. And, it was unique in that we had a three-way tie for first during the season. We lost the tiebreaker, being runs allowed. So we got the 3 seed. South Warren got the 2 seed. Greenwood had the 1. You knew right off the bat, whether it was us or South, there was going to be a top 15 team that was out because we have 4 teams in the 4th region that were in the top 15, Barron County being another one. And so everybody was battle tested, but you knew there was one survivor coming out of the region. And of course, baseball's a little different than, say, football, basketball, some of those sports. It's a little bit more chalk as far as the bracket goes. But In baseball, everybody has an ace, and pitching, depth of a pitching staff, it definitely comes into play. And so I think, and we've hit on that, that, the way last season ended, that's not our expectation. That's not our standard that we try to play by and live up to. And so sometimes you have to do without to realize what you have.
Coach, we get in the postseason. I hear a lot of coaches say to their batters, if you can't get on base, at least try to get 7 or an 8 or a 9 pitch count at the plate to run that pitch count up to try to get in their bullpen. I'm guessing you're smiling. You're preaching the same thing too. Then I take it then, right?
We just had that conversation about 30 minutes ago, wrapping up practice. Because we've seen some pretty good pitching in the last week. I mean, like Logan said, I mean, it's every night out. And we faced right off the bat some some guys that will be going Division I, some of the top pitchers in the state. And as great of an offensive squad as we have, very seldom are you just going to knock that guy out of the game. You have to needle and peck away. A lot of times that's fouling off pitches, fake bunt, grind. We talk about that with 2 strikes. Do something, put it in play, choke up, get it to the right side, move a runner, put the pressure on the defense, put the pressure on the pitcher. Same way when we get a guy on, when that guy's in the stretch, try to make him work. High school pitchers, any pitcher, but especially high school pitchers, usually their stuff or their rhythm really gets out of whack when someone's on base, and so try to make them uncomfortable.
Is there a magic number per inning you want to see a pitch count at? I'm talking your opposing pitchers, that is.
Yeah,
like 20. You want 20?
Ideally 20.
Yeah.
20. Anything more than 20 is great. We were talking about that, how some of the guys go 100, 110s, usually kind of what an ace. And so can we get to that in the 4th, 5th inning? That's huge. As I try to explain it, it's not like Major League Baseball where you're turning it over to a bullpen that has a guy throwing 95, coming in throwing sliders. I mean, high school pitching has improved drastically, and especially bullpens in the last few years, but it's still not the same. And they're still high school kids, and so we want to take that so-called big league approach at the plate and just keep fighting, keep grinding.
All right, for the players, I want to ask you about a couple of your teammates, what they're like to compete with. Matt Mosley, he's new to the program this year, but it feels like every time I'm scrolling through my Twitter to see score updates at work, he's hitting a homer about every night, it feels like. Just tell me about Matt a little bit.
Matt's a great guy. He's a great teammate that you'd like to be around, real humble dude. And, he just goes up to the plate every time, and he just knows if he gets his pitch, I mean, he's going to do well with it. So I feel like he's a great addition to the team and just a great dude to be around in general.
I'd say Matt's a real dog because he come in and he works day in and day out, and you can see it paying off on the field for him every day.
I'll have to second Logan here. I feel like Matt's one of the hardest workers on the team, and it really shows.
All right, and then I wanted to ask about a little bit of a younger guy, Henry Davis. I covered him with BG East, or not Henry Davis, Henry Phillips. Sorry. He was a stud for Bowling Green East, and he is already a stud for you guys. It feels like he's out there often. Tell me about Henry a little bit.
Talk about work ethic. This kid is the embodiment of it. I mean, he just goes out and works, puts his head down, super humble, knows where he's at, he does his job, just day in and day out. I mean, I love the kid.
I definitely say at the plate he's not scared to get hit because it feels like he gets hit at least once a game. But, I mean, he's definitely a dog, and can't wait to see what he brings in the future.
Henry's a great guy, great teammate overall. He knows a lot about the game, actually. He's taught me quite a few things, which I appreciate him for that. And he's got a bright future ahead of him. And, I mean, like what they said, he's just a hard worker, a dog, and definitely a dude that you'd like to have on your team.
All right, so 14th district tournament begins on Monday. Coach, what's going to take for the Purples to win that district tournament?
Be consistent. One of the things I've told these guys, we can only beat ourselves. We can't have a stinker. The last couple weeks, we did it last night. We've given up a 5 spot in an inning, and that's kind of uncharacteristic of us and what we preach and the way our pitchers and our defense is really good. I mean, I think we may have the best defense in the state, especially infield defense. And so, when that error occurs, and you see it with high school baseball, a lot of times that stuff snowballs. It leads to a walk, wild pitch, hit batter, a double, whatever it may be. And so preventing the big inning, and then, hopefully we do that to people. I mean, that's kind of our recipe, and I think that, that pretty much sums up high school baseball, or at least having success in high school baseball.
So, Coach, theoretically speaking, let's say you guys make it to the region already. The region is stacked, it feels like, this year, especially in baseball. You guys only have a couple of losses in the region, but it feels like every team that makes it has a chance to go far. Just talk about how tough the region is this year.
Well, it's definitely tough. Back in the day, I was talking with someone, 26 years ago when I started coaching, it was always the region tournament was stretched out over 4 or 5 days. And so the strategy was you would throw your ace game 1, but at what point did you pull him? Could you get a lead and pull him in inning 2, 3, 4, and you would save him for the championship? And somewhere around 2006 and 7, maybe 8, depending on what field you played at and what the weather was like, we started, KHSA recommended, playing at 3 back-to-back days. Mm-hmm. So that kind of benefits the depth of a pitching staff. So now you're kind of looking at, am I throwing my 3 against somebody's number 1? That's where you tend to see upsets. You have to play baseball well for 3 straight days, and that is hard for a lot of high school teams to do. And so, you put them at Western, a bigger field, bigger crowd. A lot of guys have not played in front of a crowd like that, and so that's kind of where the pressure and applying the pressure comes in, and can you handle it?
And I've said it before, it is the hardest of the region of all the sports in high school. The hardest region championship to win is the region baseball tournament, and the pitch count is reason why, because you got to manage it. And we saw teams last year run out of arms in championship game. We've seen it happen. It's happened many times.
It does. It really does. And so I do like the 3 back-to-back days, because I think, the goal of who's your region champion should be who has the best team, who has the deepest team, and especially on the mound, and not luck, because I can remember years where rain came in and it stretched out a week or over a week, and sometimes they got to use them 2 out of 3 games. Right. I remember back in the 80s, one of the high schools around here, they used the same guy in relief, and he got the win all 3 games. So, I mean, that's cool. That's tough that they did that, but at the same time, playing 3 back-to-back days kind of usually gives you the best team.
Was that a Chris Turner reference, I'm thinking?
No,
from the days of Warren Central?
It was during those years.
I think it was.
I think it was. I don't think it was Warren Central.
Oh, you think it was? Okay.
But
okay.
It was, there was, good grief. I was young, and I've heard those stories, and I can remember as a little one going and watching those games and some of those teams that come through in the late 80s. And then, of course, I was in high school in the early 90s. Bowling Green had some great teams. Mm-hmm. Bowling Green and Franklin Simpson.
Yes.
There was a couple Warren Central teams in there. But you had a state champ, I guess, in Franklin Simpson in 91. Mm-hmm. Bowling Green had a Final Four in 92. Mm-hmm. And a state runner-up 95, and Franklin had a state runner-up 99.
Joe Blanton, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, for the players, postseason is here, or it's almost here pretty much. What are your expectations? What are goals you have set for yourself? Obviously, you want to go all the way to the state championship, want to win the state championship. Outside of that, what do you have set in front of yourself to achieve?
Goals, like Coach Isenberg preaches, stay consistent. I think if we stay consistent and play baseball how we play baseball, I think we'll be all right.
I would say we just need to take one game at a time. Don't overlook anybody, and just play our opponent, play that team. So yeah.
I agree with Logan on that one. I think just adding on to that, just trying to find like what you can do in that moment. What's your job? How can you contribute to the team? And just try to focus on the little things, and hopefully that adds to the bigger picture.
And Coach, let me add this as well too. Winning the district, you want to go in that region tournament facing the runner-up team instead of being on the opposite end. Okay, we got to face a district champion, and there's no telling who you may draw in that first game at Western.
Absolutely. South Warren has had luck, a lot of luck, or maybe I should say success in most of the regions that they've won. They've went in as the district runner-up,
yeah.
But it usually does not happen. And I understand the different schools of thought. I'm of the school of thought I want to go in as a winner.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, like I said, you got to play three games against tough opponents, probably seeing everybody's ace or number two. And so I do like going in as a district champion.
I would too, especially this year. I would too.
Yep.
Coach, couple of minutes left here. With 4 losses, what are you taking out of those 4 losses that might be a way to build your team up better? I mean, you guys have won so many games in a row, it hasn't really affected you in a while. But is there anything that builds the character, that builds this team up that you've learned from those games?
It's a couple of those losses. One was extra innings, and it was against a really good pitcher that's going to EKU, and that was Woodbat tournament. Probably the loss where we were kind of manhandled was a Saturday game against Warren East. They kind of pitched off, went slow at us. That has given us more problems here of late, and than the big ace out there. But it's still, I think with high school baseball, and I've heard coaches talk about it, games are probably lost. They're not won. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to play prevent, so to speak, but we talk about defensively, handle the baseball, don't make the extra throw. Sometimes guys rush those throws, just eat the ball, keep it, to where it takes 3 hits to score a run. And of course, we try to manufacture, we try to put pressure on other teams. They are high school kids, and so there is a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. These guys do a great job, and we battled it last year. We had a lot of come from behind wins, late inning wins, and we lost a couple last year. And so I think 2025 really got these guys ready for 26.
Outstanding. Coach Isenberg, players, thanks for joining us here on Sports Talk. Good luck in this tournament. Hope to see you at Western on the 25th on that long Memorial Day.
Yes, thank you.
All right. That's the Bowling Purples baseball team joining us here on the pre-party here on Talk 104 and WKCT. So, Colt, we'll take a break. We come back. We will see you all on a new Facebook Live feed and also live on Talk 104 and WKCT, presented by Greenwood Ford.